Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Bianca from by Empress, and I am back with another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be a next in love reading. So this is for my singles or those who are looking for new love. I just want an insight on who's coming in. So the piles will be uploaded. There'll be a photo to choose from, 3 different piles, and intuitively pick which one you feel drawn to, and I will meet you at your piles. Okay, so these are the 3 piles to choose from, so take as much time as you need to choose which one that you feel drawn to intuitively. Hi, my pile ones. Welcome to your reading. So the card that you have chosen is the Magician in reverse. So already with this person, actually, you know what? I'm going to read the proverb on this card first. And it says, a fully grown up tree cannot be bent into a walking stick. So with that, this person is trying to find their independence, their personal power, being in a state of discovering themselves, discovering their identity and who they want to be, instead of being someone who is molded by the opinions that others have imparted on them, or just trying to do what they think is right and think should be done instead of doing what they feel, what they would love to do, and following their heart. Also, in my vision, for my pile ones, I saw this person being very down to earth. They may like nature a lot, or just like to be in, I'm not sure what it's called, like those fields of kind of high grass. Not so high that it's covering your body, but high enough to like kind of reach your shins, I think. That's what it's called. But they are kind of aloof, as well as they may be someone you know of. So this may be someone you don't know very well, very personally, someone you've seen in passing. For example, like if you go to school with somebody, you know, there's so many people, you might recognize their face, maybe, kind of, sort of, but you don't really know them. You're just like carrying on with your business. So this is someone that sees you, but you don't really see them, you know, because you're kind of focused on your own stuff. Um, yeah. So let's get into your reading. And so it says, tell me more about Power One's new lover. Yep. So we have the Fox card, we have Corn. So this person is in a state of wanting to restore peace into their life, trying to get their finances together, really discovering what makes them happy, but also gives them that sense of security and stability in their life, to the point where they can not only feel like they can take care of themselves, but they feel like, you know, it's ideal time to date and also take on the responsibility of a relationship financially. They are healing, lots and lots of healing, like I said, reclaiming their time, their identity, kind of understanding life simple pleasures. Yes. As well as they may be coming out of a state of discord with friends or family, that may have caused some sort of disarray, or just feeling like they've kind of always been in a space of dysfunction, and they want to be in a space where they're, you know, going from surviving to thriving to something functional, healthy, emotionally in tune, and that has the emotional capacity to hold space for, you know, another human being. Um, This person is definitely kind of a perfectionist. They may be very critical of themselves. They may have some Virgo placements, or some Capricorn placements. They may, yeah, or just Earth sign placements. They're very earthy, down to earth, very earthy. But they may be very self-critical and expect themselves to do everything perfectly. So this may have been a factor that contributed to them not approaching you right away, or kind of, uh, playing the chess game, like kind of, um, checking you out from afar, and not really making a move, just to see how much they can, learn you from afar in the most least creepy way possible. That kind of made them sound like a stalker, but not like that. Let's see. What deck do I want to pull? And so there's something more about this person's, my pile ones, new lovers, love style or love language. Okay. So back of the deck energy is self-love, and we've already seen that theme present throughout. So let's start with the first card. So we have the revolutionary. So this is someone who's very fiery, very passionate when it comes to their person. They want to be in a position to take care of their person, to lead the way, just to create a space that is safe, that is, all encompassing, and filled with love and care and consideration. I see this person, we also have compassion here. So this person is very warm. They're very comforting. They may have, a water moon or a water Venus. Very loving, very caring, but very passionate about the way that they love, as well as very perceptive, very intuitive, a very intuitive lover, and someone who has really, really amazing listening skills, and has the ability to kind of fine tune what you're saying, and also, in these conversations, also, read in between the lines about what you're not saying, and, those social cues in general. Sometimes people miss them, all in all, and sometimes we give them unconsciously. So this person is very perceptive, they're very attentive, and all of those great things. Like they see you fully, and they're like, okay, I know, so-and-so likes this thing, so I made sure that I took this into consideration. So we have ascension. So this person definitely has some things that they want to change or add to the way that they love, especially when it comes to themselves. So they haven't reached that space of, feeling like they are deserving of their own love. Excuse me, sorry. Feeling like they are deserving of their own love. So they may be in a space of desiring love and wanting that sense of pleasure and intimacy and all of those things, but kind of like, if I feel like something's missing, how can I find wholeness in this space? Let's see if I can find out more about this person. Ooh, matter of fact, I just forgot about this deck. A question I want to ask. How does this person want to invest in you emotionally? So I'm only going to read the true statements, just because this does give good insight into emotions. But I don't want to focus on the triggers. Hopefully they can, make a part 2 to this deck. I'm going to grab these because I can't see that far. So we have I am present. So they want to show up in this state of perceptivity, and establish a very strong connection. We already have that. So being fully present, seeing you fully, like we already said. So divine timing, kind of already touched on that with the self-love. So just double confirmation for those. There is a higher purpose, the ascension. Okay, hold on. So we also have I create my day, my life, and I have the solution. So listening to their inner voice, they're in a space of, again, with the magician card, discovering their purpose, 10:10 on the clock, discovering their purpose, reclaiming their identity, coming into their power, restoring their sense of self, to have this ascension, to have this evolution of themselves, where they feel powerful enough to create the life that they want. They feel power enough and confident enough to approach you, to cultivate this relationship, and feel like they have the necessary tools, in order to nourish you. I'm thinking of this quote. I can't necessarily remember, so I'm going to paraphrase. It talks about giving people the tools and the language that they need to love you in, and making sure that they are equipped to do so. So this person is in the space of doing the work to make sure they are equipped to not only understand their own tools and what's necessary for them to feel loved and how they want to feel loved, but also adding somebody else's tools to their toolkit and saying, okay, whenever conflict arises, I know I have this skill that can de-escalate the situation. I know I have this skill to show up for my person in the way that makes them feel the most beautiful, the most cared for, the most reassured, etc., etc. So my pile ones, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to move on to my pile twos. Hi, my pile twos. Welcome to your reading. So the card that you chose is the 10 of Pentacles. But I'm going to get into what I saw in my vision, my meditation first, and then we'll get into this card. So I saw your person as someone who is very confident. I saw them like approaching you first. This person may approach you like in a bar, at a restaurant. Very confident, very sure of themselves. Definitely someone who is very romantic, someone who definitely will court you. And they also may be someone who's very traditional, as well as tenderness. So this person is really soft and sweet. They kind of just know how to touch you, where to touch you intuitively. So someone who just knows what you need without you saying it, and understands, even though that they're in this confident energy, they feel very like nurturing. Okay. So with the 10 of Pentacles, this person may be very financially secure, and in a part of their life where there's lots of stability. They worked for it. They worked for the peace that they have right now. They may have a good family dynamic, or they may be someone with children. Someone may be with children, or they just have a big family. As well as someone who is into spirituality or spiritually sound. They're very, grounded and solid in their practice, in their profession and the things that they do. someone who is just like kind of mellow. They aren't moving out of haste, and um just kind of a space of just doing stuff to do it. Like everything is very intentional. Okay, let's get into more of your person and what's going on with them right now. What's going on in my politics person's life currently? Hmm. Okay. So, regardless of their finances, where they're at emotionally, um, not that it's bad or anything, emotionally, they're in a space of transition. They're in a space of unraveling emotionally. Um, so, for some people, or just for everybody in general, they're just in a space of trying to create some new things, or trying to, if this person has a family, trying to cultivate the family unit that they want, and that may not, um, it may not include as much of their vision as they would like of it, of the family unit, and it may be more of someone else's vision being more heavily considered. Um, but in other cases, they're trying to give birth to a project, to something new, or just a new part of themselves, and they are kind of resisting this change of a rebirth emotionally, especially with the moon card here reversed. So there's a lot of healing here. And some revelations have been made surrounding this person's emotional well-being. Um, and in some areas that they, need to pay more attention to when it comes to grief, when it comes to closure, when it comes to um, maintaining these connections. It's one thing to get in one. It's one thing to wine and dine. It's one thing to start the engine, but you gotta keep it going. You gotta take care of it. There's lots of maintenance. So this person hasn't yet developed or experienced, or even, I don't know what's the word, or how to word this exactly, but this person hasn't had a visual yet of how they want to balance a relationship with their career. So because they're heavily in their career, regardless, we need people, we need connections, we need intimacy, we need love, we need tenderness, we need all of those things. And they're, hype and ready to give it to someone, but in a way kind of on their schedule. So they're kind of transitioning out of a space of being such a workaholic, and it may have taken an elder in their family to tell them, to kind of give them that wake up call surrounding how much they work, and how much they dedicate themselves to starting meaningful connections, but they still have to acquire the necessary tools to continue to maintain them. Okay, moving on. For my pile twos, what is my pile twos person's or next lover's love language or love style? I knew this card was going to come out because it came out when I was shuffling as I was preparing to go to this pile. And we have love reverse. There, yeah. Call this one. Call that one. So we have the Ancestors card reversed. Like I said, it may have taken an elder to tell them, excuse me. Moving on from that, don't know where that came from. To tell them that they need to spend more time creating meaningful connections. It's one thing to have the foundation, the security, the accolades, the accomplishments, all of these great things. And then it's another to know that you can't maintain connections. This person is very protective. They're very like I don't want to say cutthroat, but like, you know, when it comes to the people they love, they're like I feel like everybody has that person in their life. If somebody's like messing with them, there's like that friend that will automatically like be like the red button you push to just start an all-out war, like a person that will really like go put their Timbs on for you, like really just do it big, like go hard or go home type of person. We also have get creative. So they're a very creative lover in how they court, and in how they, you know, kind of wine and dine and that whole process of it all. But they're still accessing their heart space. They're still trying to reach into this truth instead of being paralyzed by it. They're still trying to lean into it. But sometimes when we face harsh or hard truths, sometimes it's better to just kind of close the curtains and be like, I'm not dealing with this, instead of doing the work. So they're in a period of realizing that they need to spend more time dedicated to emotional availability and capacity. And maybe in the past, they were just kind of used to just courting people, and just kind of, excuse me, for lack of a better word, kind of having it their way. And having people, sometimes we meet people who don't pry. So this may be a person who felt like they have never had the incentive to change. But now it's really like your ancestors are pushing you to make some changes. Like, absolutely not. Like, they're not having it no more. So we also have boundaries here. So they're working on having boundaries when it comes to love, or just not rolling everything out so fast, so soon. So it doesn't create this space of, you know, I'm doing all this for this person to court them, and I haven't spent enough time getting to know them. I haven't they may haven't met anybody with boundaries, with strong boundaries when it comes to their workload and how much they dedicate to love, or how much time they create that balance that is necessary. Let's get into more of the emotions. I forgot what exact question I asked for my pile ones when it came to the emotions. What emotions are currently at play with my pile two's person, next person, and them desiring this connection? One second before that falls everywhere. So this is a trigger statement deck, but I'm only going to read the true statements. Oh, more, please. Okay. Okay. Whoops. So You know what this card is giving me? So the true statement is I am the answer. And I don't know if anybody's ever watched Black Dynamite. Um, I'm not going to get into all the details because it's a lot. But in the final episode of one of the seasons, well, the final episode completely of Black Dynamite, he was kind of like knocked out and put in this trance. And he was trying to figure out who was the most powerful person in his world, in his mind, in his experience. And after going through all of these, trials and tribulations and revelations in his, dream space, he realized that it was himself, that he was the most powerful person in his world to invoke change, and also his experiences in general. And with this, I am the answer. This your person is coming into a space of realizing that they're the only one that can weave their story. They're the only one that can change things. They're the only one who can liberate themselves by speaking the truth. We also have true statement, I am a powerful creator. So we see that the necessity, Jesus Christ, of them coming into this state of alignment with their emotions so they can have a stronger sense of intuition. And we also have I surrender. So they're surrendering to these changes and an emotional unraveling so they can become in a space of being aligned, of creation, and we also have nurturing, the nurturing card here with the true statement, I create with pleasure. So this person is in a space of taking the time to actually rest in their schedule, but also create time for pleasure, create time for love, create time to create, literally, just giving themselves the opportunity to kind of play with their senses, and what they desire and love. Um, so with the I am aligned card, it says go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged so you can come from your heart, your seat of power. So there may be some wounding surrounding love for this person, and with the boundaries reversed, they may have not had any boundaries in love, and been with others who didn't have boundaries, so it may have created this sort of chaos, that didn't know any limits. So my pile twos, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to move on to my pile threes. Hi, my pile threes. Welcome to your reading. So the card you have chosen is the World card reversed. I've already meditated on your pile, and I came up with some things that I was shown for your person. So this person is very sensual. They're very adventurous, and they like to dance as a form of intimacy. So this person may like kind of be, I don't want to say embarrassing, but though that person who dances like nobody's watching. So they're very like carefree, and very just always indulging in self pleasure and in the things that bring them joy. So with the World card, first and foremost, before I get into the World card, because it's a part of the story, I was trying to get one card for this pile, but it always came in twos, and I was just like, oh my god, I just need one, because now I'm gonna get confused. They're gonna get confused and think there's four piles. But the message that kept coming out with the second card, is this person kind of, you know, looking for direction from the universe, looking for their purpose, and being in a space of kind of finding where they belong. So reaching that ultimate state of wholeness with the, World card reverse, reaching that ultimate state of wholeness, without just, saying they want it, but actually putting in the effort to go get it and to find it, or to let it find them. And then the world upright with the proverb here, it says unity is the real thing. So maybe this discovery comes with this partnership with this lover for them. Well, you guys. So this discovery of obviously they're whole on their own, but feeling the sense of completion spiritually. So let's get into their emotions. What's going on with my pile threes? Next new lover emotionally. Everyone's in a state of releasing something. Yes. Looking for direction with the crossroads card. For purpose. I'll keep, well, this is a lot. Let me just get one more, please. Okay. 2 queens out, 2 queens. So, with the cross here, there's a lot of things that this person is releasing so they can move forward. They're at a point where, you know, things have to be laid to rest. They have to just let it go, you know, kind of lighten the load for their travels, for their next chapter of their life. I see them as someone who is very loving, but someone who's still trying to find their community. They have a lot of love to give. And there's this proverb, joy is only perfected when it is shared. So they're trying to find someone to share this joy with, whether it be a lover or just community in general, finding that sense of support and that, you know, partnership. It's something that is weighing on them heavily. But they're at a point in their life where they need direction. That's why that card kept coming out. While trying to choose one for you guys. So we have the crossroads card here. So being at a state where they have to make a decision, they have to step out on faith, they have to choose where to go and choose it like using their heart, knowing in their heart they know where to go, even though they can't see, you know, even though they can't see what's all the way like back here or what goes past that point, they're choosing, you know, kind of intuitively. And they're at a point where they're understanding that making no choice is a choice. To stand in the middle of the crossroads is a choice. And with the bouquet card here, they're choosing the truth. They're choosing to be truthful with themselves about what they need right now, and not be ashamed of the fact that they need people. We're just kind of in a place of, you know, hyper individualism and trying to, you know, do everything ourselves. And they're realizing the importance of community, of truth telling, of just being honest with themselves about what they want to add on to their happiness, what they want to add on to their life and their pleasure and their joy. Okay. What are my pile threes person's love language? What is my pile threes person's love language? Okay. They may have a little Scorpio somewhere with the underworld card. And with dance as a form of intimacy, this person is very much, you know, in the body. Like they hold on, let me just organize these really fast as best as I can. So, you know what, let me just start with the underworld card. So this person is very sensual. This is just double confirmation. So there's I was going to say sexual, sensual, adventurous, and they dance as a form of intimacy. And we have Axe Body, we have Underworld, we have Take Risk, we have the Explorer, and in reverse we have the Weaver and Soul Work. So right now, those are just double confirmation, and I'll go over them in a second, but these two are more important. With soul work reversed, they're still in a process of building up. They're still in a process of building their foundation of love. They're still in a process of sharpening their vision of love and what that looks like all across the board. So they're able to identify correctly the you or the person, that is best for them in general. So when it comes down to sharpening their vision of love, they need to be mindful of, quote unquote, love's imposters, who's not really good for them, who's, only there, for a good time, but not a long time. That type of vibe. So we have the Weaver card here reversed. And this person is in a period of creation, and trying to get to this period of creation and flow when it comes to love, to this period of letting go of control, and how love comes in and how love presents itself, and realizing that honesty and respect is foundational in love, and they need to choose people who are honest and respectful of them, and they also need to obviously reciprocate that. So with the underworld card here, and we have the anchoring theme of them being a sensual person. This person may have Scorpio placements, so this person they will definitely be open and honest about their kinks. And I'm not going to make this an 18 plus reading, but someone who may like to be bound, or maybe tie you up, or whatever the case may be, with the hands being tied on this card. But someone who is very in tune with their body, very intuitive in how to touch and like invoke certain feelings that come with physical touch and pleasure. So this person is still exploring the bounds of pleasure and of love when it comes to the connection between the mind and the heart, exploring how to navigate these two areas, and not consider them separately but see them as one. So we also have take risk here. So this person may like to push the limit when it comes to what they would like to do when it comes to intimacy and pleasure, but also when it comes to themselves and to be better. So this will definitely be a person who will push the boundaries of your spirit as well as theirs to reach this space of alignment and ascension. So let's get into their emotional body and what they're experiencing right now. What are my pals? Three's person currently experiencing emotionally right now. So I'm only going to read the truth statements. Well, this one is technically understandable. The first one is spirituality, and then maybe feeling disconnected. That's understandable with the world card reversed. Okay. Quite understandable. So I'm going to read the trigger statement and the truth statement for this one only. So the trigger statement is, I am so disconnected. And this is when where it comes to their spirituality. And the truth statement is, everything is connected. It will be beneficial for you to spend time in quiet contemplation, to reflect within, to find the answers you seek. Excuse me. So like I was talking about with the bouquet and truth telling and them being at a crossroads, the only way that they can truly liberate themselves is by truth telling. Being honest with themselves is foundational for them to move forward. So we have truth statement, I let it all go. So this period of releasing, like I said, with the cross card here, and a lot of people are releasing, and that even ties in with the underworld card, releasing themselves from any restraints in love. And we have I persevere. So having the power, the spiritual strength to keep going with this adventurous energy, still being in a space of curiosity and discovery when it comes to love, despite any times that they have been hurt or heartbroken, remembering that love is such a powerful thing that they would love to experience as many times as possible sacredly. And we have true statement, I am present. We also have true statement, I am exactly where I need to be, with that crossroads again. And we have I am present twice. So they're focusing on being in the present moment at this period in time, to see things with clarity, to have the foresight that they're desiring to make a decision at this crossroads requires presence. Love requires presence, and for you to be here and not, anywhere else. But that is all I have for you, my pile threes. Thank you so much for being here. I will catch you guys in the next video.